Hello, dear students. This is just a review for the units, and I'll tell you what to study for the exams. Okay, for tomorrow's exam, which is Sunday, and that will be 13th of December. Sorry, 6th of December. Okay, so students, so what you're gonna do, what you're gonna study is that here first you have to read these. Okay. They are very, very, very important because I will bring these to the exams, okay? Read and study these steps, okay? Like, look, first he cuts the clay and it's heavy and sticky. Then next, he makes gradually when the pot is a good shape, the potter cuts off the wheel, he dries the pot slowly, you see? Sometimes he bakes his pots in a big oven. Finally, he paints the pot, okay? You have to study this and also study these things. Why? Why do you study these things? You have to study these, okay? Very, very important. Even if you can memorize some of them, it's better. Why you study it? Because here in the workbook, you have to know, look, for example, if I'll ask you the question, maybe, who's this? Who's this guy? He's a candle maker. You have to know. Why? How you know it? Because you will read it here, okay? So you have to know, and what do they need? They need what? What, you know? Here, for example, here, candle maker needs what? Wax. He needs wax, mold, and string, you see? So you have to know these things, okay? Good. So because that's why you have to read all of these, like in a very, very precise way, okay? Then what do you do? Next, you come here and you study these, okay? So you have a better understanding for these things. Then come memorize these words, the meaning of these words, okay? You have to memorize the meaning of these words, okay? Study this. And then go to here, which is the grammar section. So I sent you a video about the grammar section. You can look at it, okay? So you can look at it and understand more about when. And this is, look, you have to read these, study these, okay? Study these things also. How do they relate to these pictures, you see? Or here, Anna opened the box, a kitten jumped out. I will tell you, hey, make sentence starting with when. Okay, I'll tell you this. And what will you do? You add the when Anna opened the box, comma, a kitten jumped out. Okay, so I will give you this sentence here, and you have to make it like that. Okay, don't forget this comma ever. Okay, if you forget this comma, you'll get 0. Okay. So, or you have to choose which one is better, which one is correct, okay? Or if you remember, we wrote a lot of examples in what? In your notebook. So, you know, in the PowerPoint I showed you, you wrote a lot of examples. So you have to study these examples, okay? Because maybe I'll tell you, give me an example for when, okay? You have to write an example by yourself, okay? So here, yeah, this is the grammar section. This is here also. This is another one, which is nothing, everything, and anything. Okay, we'll go to that in the workbook. Okay, here you'll not study these things. What you study here, you will come here and study this. Okay, why? It's very, very important. Do you remember we studied this? So what you do, first read these. This is important. Second, you will study this steps, okay? So what you do, what are you gonna do if I told you, hey, write a paragraph about this picture, okay? So what are you gonna do? So you will write. I can't write it, but I will say it, okay? So listen to me. So first, what you do? First, you see the steps. We have to memorize the steps. We say first, he cuts the clay. Then he pulls and pushes the clay to make it into a smooth lump. We call it this smooth lump. Next, he rolls the clay into long, thin pieces. Then, we said then, you see, he coils the clay. He makes uh, gradually, he makes the shape or a shape gradually. After that, he dries it slowly. Finally, he paints the clay or the pot. Okay, you write it like that. Okay, if you didn't understand, uh, go back a little bit and listen again. Okay, and or if you can, write it on a paper so you can understand more how to write a paragraph. Okay. So let's go here to the workbook. So as I told you, you have to memorize these things. Okay, you have to know, memorize. Or come here, memorize these also. What do they mean? Okay, the meaning here. This is very important. I might bring you this one of these, and I would say, okay, this is a man using long thin twigs. He's making a tall basket. Who's that? Okay. So for example, I'll give you a picture, and I will say, I will write these three of these, and I'll tell you choose which one is the correct one. Okay. Okay. So that's it. That's here. No, don't study that. Here also, this is the grammar section. You have to study that. Okay, it's very important. Okay, you connect the first sentence to the second sentence. Okay, for example, when the clown fell over, the children laughed. Okay, so their meaning are similar together, similar to each other. So in this way, you know which one is the correct answer. Okay, study this. Okay. And also here, study this too. Okay, so here the rain stopped, the children ran outside. So I'll tell you, uh, change this to when. What do? You write when the rain stopped, comma, the children ran outside. Okay, good. And also, if you go to grammar conversation here, that's what we talk about, what I was talking about here, this one. So it's important to know something, anything, nothing, everything. Okay. If you remember, I told you, I said, hey, something means what? We use something when we have we have something that we don't know what is it. Okay. So for example, there's something under the bed, and I would say, oh, there's something under the bed. Okay. You see, we use it in these situations when we don't know what is it. So we say something. And also we had everything, everything. Everything means what? It's easy, you know it. Everything, all of it. It means all of it. Okay. And also, I gave you, I sent you a paper or the whiteboard picture. I told you to write it. So search in your notebook, you can find it. Okay. You can find what we wrote about this. Okay, so, and also here we said something and everything. Here, and nothing. Nothing means what? Nothing means nothing, no. And we use it with what? With a positive sentence, okay? For example, you say, oh, there was nothing in the kitchen. You see? It is, the sentence should be, the sentence for nothing should be positive, okay? If I gave you a sentence and I said a sentence that was negative, you don't write for nothing, okay? Be careful, you don't write nothing. You have to write something else, okay? But the sentence, when the sentence is positive, and this way you can write nothing. So it means what? No, no, nothing, you know, just no, there are no things here, okay? For example, the fridge has nothing to eat. You see, there's nothing in the fridge. or this one. And we said anything, we have two types of anything, okay? When we say there isn't anything in the fridge, there isn't anything in the fridge, it means nothing. But when we say there is anything, or I can take anything in the fridge, there is anything in the fridge you want, okay? What does it mean? It means everything, okay? So when we write a negative, or when we put anything in a negative sentence, it means nothing. But when we put anything in positive sentence, it means everything, okay? I send you a picture of that. I explained it. It's on your notebook, okay? You have to go and study your notebook. Okay, study this exercise too, okay? It's important. This one, I'll bring you this one. I'll say, okay, I'll give you three, for example, number three, I'll give you this, and I would say, hey, answer that and use everything. So what you do, Jim was very angry. He ate everything, like that. You see? Jim was very hungry. He ate everything, like that, okay? So also memorize these words. You have to memorize and know the meaning of them, okay? These sentences also study, and also uh, here also we explained this also in the class. You can cut bread with knife, and we said when you make it plural, two knife, we say to say knives, okay? When it is one, we say knife. When it's two, we say knives, okay? Like that. Just this one is very important. Just memorize that, and that's all. For a noun that ends with F or FE, we change the F or FE to V and then add ES to make it plural, okay? Just memorize that and you know the answer. One knife, we say, when it's two, we say two knives, okay? One thief, two thieves. One leaf, one leaves. One half, one halves. One wolf, one wolves, okay? So I told you to write these sentences. Also, we wrote it. You write these sentences, read and study these sentences too. Okay, memorize these pictures. Okay, memorize them, all of them. You have to memorize and know what's the picture. Here, study these also, and also study this. And this one you did it at home. It's very easy. The same thing as the other one in the pupils book. Okay. Study it, please. It's very important. Okay, good. And also, when you come here to page 40. This is very important. Okay, why it's very important? Because in the second sentence, it asks you a question. Okay, so when Joe went to the beach, what did he see? So you have to answer looking at the picture. Okay, so when Joe went to the beach, what did he see? Look, a dolphin. So you say when Joe went to the beach, he saw a dolphin. When Sally went to the mall, what does she buy? You have to make it past, okay? Don't forget, because we have went. She bought, when Sally went to the mall, she bought a dress, okay? Study these. They are very important because they have questions. And you will, look, you have to write sentence number one the same, okay? The first sentence, you have to write it the same, okay? Don't change anything. But for the second, after comma, you have to answer this question and change it to past. Don't forget, find will be found, have will be had, buy will be bought, eat will be ate, catch will be caught, okay? And this is also, okay, this is about nothing, everything, something, and anything, okay? Just study it, okay? And don't study that, okay? Good. So I hope it was useful for you, okay? Okay. Please study, okay? Study a lot so you can get a good mark in the exams. Bye bye. See you. Take care.